Hey, Stephanie Quayle here, and you are watching Celeb Secrets TV. I'm having so much fun. I can't tell you how many times I've done this now. It's probably like my 8th year or something wild like that. I love it. It's just such a reunion, especially after the last few years, having to have different versions. You know, we weren't able to all be together. It's just so much fun to get to see everybody, and I love it. And I break out all the jackets for it. Oh my gosh. I think the first time I heard Drinking with Dolly, because that was the first song that went to big country, right? And I was driving down Main Street in my hometown of Bozeman, Montana, and I heard it on the radio, and it's shocking. It's such a shocking thing. And then even, other songs from Selfish to What You're Drinking About, hearing that on the radio, there's just nothing like it. I remember I was in Detroit, and I was pulling up to to one of the music museums there, and it was on the radio, and there's just nothing like it, especially when you write the song. I mean, I wrote Selfish with Tori Touye and Andy Wills, and same thing with What You're Drinking About with Ryland Fisher and Joey Ebach. To get to hear something that we created, just going out to the masses is awesome. Well, I mean, everyone got to hear me in a matter of, a few minutes, which is just really incredible. So I'm excited to be writing toward that again. I've got a couple albums out we put out last year, and, I just want to keep writing great music and see which song will be the next one that hits radio. The feedback is blowing my mind. I think when I was writing it, it was such, I've got to get this out of me. I cannot carry this anymore. I don't have to carry this anymore. And so to watch it give others permission to feel what they're feeling and go and kind of meet their truths where they are, it's powerful. It's a bit overwhelming. We played our first couple live shows of the album from top to bottom last week, and to hear the stories and hear how people are sharing the music with someone that might be going through something similar in a toxic relationship, or maybe someone's not sure if it is a toxic relationship, for it to be an extension of beyond the songs and extension of the music. And, I think because it is so raw and vulnerable, it gives people like, oh, well, she did it. Maybe I can, hit my truth head on. And I think it's powerful when you are vulnerable. It's actually a lot more courageous than it is weak. And I think it's just changing that narrative. So it's potent. I feel it all. Yeah. Exactly. I think that there's not enough time on stage, right? So I love to talk and share about the song. So the podcast really is that extension of the album and the stories behind the story, because it is so much, stranger than fiction, like the song says. To be able to share it like this is really cool. I love the podcast. I love being able to share my voice that way, and I think it feels on purpose with the music, so it makes me feel like, okay, I'm doing something that's going to help people. That's awesome. Listening to the songs hits one way, but when I hear my voice sharing the story, it hits completely different, and it really does just, I don't know, it hits harder when it's in spoken word versus the song. I think that it's definitely shook me a little. I'm like, oh wow, because it's my story, and it happened to me, and even it catches my breath too. This first season is me breaking down each song. I might be bringing in some guests, so you'll have to stay tuned. And I'm really excited for the seasons to continue and then to extend that conversation to the masses. So cross your fingers. So my husband and I, we had a really sweet conversation in January. It's kind of, okay, like let's do an assessment. Like what will really set us up for this year as far as goals And he just wrapped it all up in that Southern bow that only he can, and this is why I'm obsessed with him. He said, let's just keep striving for excellence. And if we do that, then we'll meet all our goals and beyond. And that just, I don't know, that was, I'm such a goal, I'm a vision boarder, I do all the things. And it just gave me such peace to just strive for excellence. Am I better today than I was yesterday? And that's what I'm going for. And being where my boots are, being present, being here with you right now. I think that's really important. I have such big goals, but also not getting ahead of myself. What I can tell you I'm allowed to tell you right now is that I feel like the On the Edge album really enabled me to open myself up as a songwriter so many more layers that I can now have access to that for a long time I had to guard. I'm just really proud of the music I'm writing and where it's going to lead to. And it seems strange. I've been making music for such a long time to be this on fire for creating and making music and watching it connect with hearts and minds. That's it. I'm getting to live the dream.